Welcome to Wildflower. I'm Romina Rasmussen, and I'm the pastry chef at Le Madeleine in Salt Lake City. And today we're going to make a pumpkin tart. So we're going to need a blind baked shell, which I've chosen a fun pan today. We're going to do a rectangle. And then I've got a can of pumpkin, pureed pumpkin, so it's the 15-ounce can. I've got 2 teaspoons of spice mix. It's got cinnamon and ginger and nutmeg in it, and a little bit of cardamom. I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Pack it in there so you know you have the right amount. And I'm going to mix that together first. Make sure that it's not clumpy. A whisk is great because you get a lot more surface area and it'll mix a lot better than with a spatula or a spoon. And I'm going to add my eggs. I've got 2 eggs. And you can do any spices that you like. That's just kind of a blend that I really enjoy. There's a little cardamom in there as well, which is one of my favorite spices. And then last, we're going to add 2/3 of a cup of heavy cream. I might say whipping cream at the grocery store, depending on where you are. So we're going to whisk it together. It's one nice smooth mixture. And you can see my pan is a little bit pale in the middle. I want to do that so that it doesn't overbake when we put it back in the oven. So I'm going to pour it in. Just make sure you don't pour it above the crust. Otherwise it'll stick and it won't look quite as pretty when it comes out. And then just kind of work it into the corners. You might have a little bit extra. You can always put it in a custard, like in a ramekin, and just bake it as a custard. You can kind of, and then you could brulee it like a creme brulee. Not a real creme brulee, but just kind of act the same way that it is. So it's going to go in the oven for about 30 minutes at 325 degrees. And I've gotten one here that's already baked. In fact, I overbaked it just a little bit so you could see what happens. It cracked a little bit, and that's okay. It still tastes great. You know, it's not quite as pretty, so we're going to hide it with some whipped cream, because whipped cream hides all sorts of little imperfections. So one of the things that I like to do is just kind of fun to sort of make some stars and go all the way across. And we're going to cover the whole thing. And that way we have the extra bonus of having lots of whipped cream on our tart, because who wouldn't want that? And I know I'm a fan. And then, ta-da, look at that. Our crack in the middle is completely disappearing. So no one will have any idea that it was in the oven just a little bit too long. It'll still be great. All right, so I'm going to keep going, and that is how you make a pumpkin tart.